Open three is good.
Shot pours a goal. Oh, quick serve.
Nice.
Tough. Shooting is scored.
Welcome to Sports Jam for the week of January 23rd. I'm John Jacobson.
And I'm Jay Wilcox. This week on the show, it's an overtime thriller and a rivalry game in girls hockey. And we'll meet a standout defenseman from the Maple Grove girls hockey team in our Sports Jam Spotlight.
Plus, I'll talk basketball with the Champlin Park girls. But first, gymnastics teams are gearing up for section meets 4 weeks from now. In the Lake Conference, Wayzata is a strong contender to win the conference this season. Trojans hosted Hopkins in Wayzata's new gymnastics gym. And we start on the uneven bars. Hopkins' top all-arounder, Brielle Richardson, scores an 8.2 for her routine. She later gets hurt, though, in warm-ups and misses both the floor and the beam. To the vault, Wayzata's Grace Trainer. Trainer's best vault scores a 9.325, good enough to win the event. Hopkins' Miriam Chiamba lands the Royals' top score on the floor exercise. The freshman earns a mark of 8.7. Balance beam, and Wayzata's Claire Kruger finishes with a mark of 8.8. The seventh grader finishes second in the all-around for the meet. Trainer wins all 4 events, including the floor exercise, where she scores a 9.375. Wayzata wins the meet over Hopkins 139.675 to 128.3.
In boys basketball, Maple Grove and Osseo were both state tournament entrants last season. The big rivals met up on Maple Grove's home court. Late in the first half, Zach Tyson nails a 3 for Osseo, and they grab a 34-28 lead. Maple Grove rallies as Taiwan Pickford nails a long 3. He scores 17 in the first half. With less than 10 seconds to go, Jack Hutchison gets the steal and basket to give the Crimson a 40-36 halftime lead. Early in the second half, a wild sequence as Brad Davison gets the steal and throws it into the open court, where Pickford gets it and goes in for the hoop and foul, and a 52-41 Crimson lead. Osseo comes back as Tyson nails another long ball, cutting the lead to 59-56. Davison drives and hits a sweet floater, putting Maple Grove up 68-61. He scores 25. Osseo comes back again and is down 3 with less than 5 seconds to go, but they can't get the tying basket. Maple Grove wins 72-68. They enter the week tied with Park Center and Armstrong atop the West Division of the Northwest Suburban. Same teams in girls hoops, and we pick it up in the second half. Minneapolis kicks it out to Azaria Reed for an Osseo 3-pointer, and the Orioles have the lead. Annika Rosa delivers a nice pass to Autumn Malinar for the Crimson basket. But Osseo builds a lead. Michaela Hamola hits a 3-pointer, putting the Orioles up by 10. Then she'll get a steal and go all the way for the basket here for Osseo. She nets 33 points. Osseo wins big over Maple Grove. 66-46 is the final.
Despite an overtime loss to Elk River last Tuesday, Champlin Park's girls are a contender in the North Division of the Northwest Suburban Conference. The Rebels looking to bounce back at home when they face Blaine. A fortunate bounce off the side of the backboard on the missed shot, right to Gabby Maki, who gets the rebound and put back for 2 Rebels points. Amanda Pollard, a nice pass ahead to Megan Municky for the layup. The Rebels race out to an 18-5 lead. Champlin Park scores 2 baskets in the final 45 seconds of the half to go up 17, including 2 on the jumper here from Municky. It's 30-13 Champlin Park. Second half, good work on the break. Pollard, Grace Borwa to Michaela Johnson for the finish. 11 points for the sophomore in the game. Erica Hicks is the top scorer for Champlin Park this season. She takes her defender off the dribble and scores 2 of her game-high 22 points. Blaine never gets closer than 10 in the second half, and Hicks' 3-pointer late in the game seals it. Champlin Park wins 63-48. We'll hear from the Rebels later in the show. Park Center's girls continue to lead the West Division standings in the Northwest Suburban, but they've taken their share of losses outside the division. Pirates played a non-conference game last week at Wayzata. Lauren Frost drives for the Pirates and finds Megan Dubois, who drives and scores on the runner for an early 6-4 Park Center lead. Ann Simonette gets out on the break and converts for the layup. The Pirates go up by 7. Simonette leads Park Center with 15 points. Wayzata battles back. Mimi Schrader Dishes to Jasmine Smiley for a three-pointer. And the Trojans pull back to within 3. Sydney Franks drives from the wing for an acrobatic layup for the Trojans. Park Center leads 17-16 at halftime by Wayzata goes on to win it 49-39. Jay, as we've seen from some of these highlights and some of these teams, you never know exactly what you're going to get from some of these teams. Osseo down, they come back. They beat Maple Grove handily. Park Center losing to Wayzata, a couple strong wins for Wayzata this last week.
I think the one thing we can definitely say is that Hopkins so far has been the best girls team in the area, but there's some others that, yeah, you're right, there have been some surprises. Osseo had a real tough start to the season. All of a sudden, they've kind of put it together and putting together a few wins, and I think Wayzata may be a little better than what some people had thought also coming into this year. Well, most local boys swimming and diving teams competed at True Team section meets over the weekend. Many of the teams in our area are in Section 5AA. Wayzata takes the top spot ahead of Spring Lake Park and Irondale. Champlin Park is 4th, followed by Osseo, Cooper, and Park Center. Hopkins competes in Section 6AA. The Royals place 3rd behind champion Edina and runner-up Cretin-Durham Hall, with St. Louis Park in 4th place. In Section 2A, Breck Blake wins it with Orono 2nd and Benilde St. Margaret's 3rd. And John, a note from the fall season, another big award for Champlin Park volleyball standout Sydney Hilly.
That's right. She was named Minnesota's Gatorade Player of the Year. It's a second straight year she's won the award and puts her in the running for National Player of the Year. Next up, a key matchup in boys hockey is a goaltending showcase, plus 2 of the area's best wrestling teams on the mat. Welcome back. Well, sometimes you get a soccer-like score at hockey.
That's right. Good teams matching up, and a great test for Maple Grove as they faced 3rd-ranked Elk River. A good game with back-and-forth action. Thomas Saunders can't get a stick on the rebound here for Maple Grove. 3rd period, it's still scoreless. Matthew Jaglow shot off the post for the Crimson. Elk River's Connor Bazal gets the puck to the net, and Griffin Young stuffs it in for the only goal of the game. The Elks beat the Crimson 1-0. The Crimson bounced back though Saturday to beat Blaine 5-3. Sam Huff had a goal and 3 assists for Maple Grove, while Hunter House had 3 assists. Ethan Hayter had 24 saves for the Crimson, who are tied for 2nd in the Northwest Suburban's North Division with Centennial.
Also in boys hockey, Providence Academy at home to face Breck in an IMAC conference game. Mustangs in Navy. Mitch Matchlet takes the pass, scores a power play goal from the slot. Austin Heidemann and Dalton Weigel get the assist to make it 1-0 Breck. Second period, the Mustangs strike again. Heidemann muscling himself into position, gets a backhanded shot on goal and in. Breck leads at 2-0. Third period, watch Matchlet and Heidemann work together again. Great pass to Heidemann for the 3rd Breck goal of the game. Lions get on the board. Zach Geisler passing from the boards out front to Ben Selman for the quick shot and goal. And it's a 3-1 game. But Breck answers that a short time later. Carter Breitenfeld putting it in here from the tough angle. Mustangs add one more. They win at 5-1. Breck plays at rival Blake on Tuesday. The Breck girls hockey team, ranked 2nd in Class A, scored a big win Friday. The Mustangs knocked off Hill Murray, ranked 2nd in Class AA, 5-4. Grace Zumwinkel had a hat trick for Breck.
Champlin Park's girls hockey team was looking to break a 4-game losing streak when the Rebels faced off with rival Anoka in the Northwest Suburban Conference game. First period, and Kaylee Wood drops the pass back to Jordan Trapp. Her shot is stopped, but watch Wood on the backside come around to score. And it puts the Rebels up 1-0. Trailing 2-0, the Tornadoes get one back on a power play. Jessica Steichen to Victoria Newman for the goal, and it's 2-1 after 1. And a nice breakout by the Rebels in the second period as Wood feeds Trapp with the pass, and she scores for Champlin Park. Wood's goal puts the Rebels in front 3-1. Up 3-2, it's Champlin Park's Hannah Lisney with a long shot that flutters off the Anoka goalie and in. The Rebels are back in front by 2. But Anoka rallies in the third. And with just over 30 seconds to play and an extra skater on the ice, Newman nets her 4th goal of the game, tying the game at 4, and it goes to overtime. In OT, Anoka's Anna Guimont with a good rush with the puck up the wing, and she snaps the shot in from the circle to score the game-winning goal. A tough loss for Champlin Park. 5-4 Tornadoes is the final. Back now to basketball, where Heritage Christian Academy hosted a top 10 matchup in Class A boys. Top-ranked Minneapolis North paying a visit to Heritage. It's a good start for Heritage. Quick passing, and CJ Woda banks it high off the glass and in as he's falling at 7-2 Eagles. They get it to Jack Vandertop for the jumper at the edge of the lane. That basket gives Heritage an 11-4 lead. But North gets it going. On the break, Isaac Johnson throws down 2 of his team-high 22 points. Nasir El Amin takes the return pass and gets into the lane to score plus a foul. The Polars are up 32-23 at halftime. Looks like they might end it early. Taylor Johnson knocks down a baseline jumper early in the second half. North goes up by 14. But Heritage battles back. Ben Allen with the no-look pass to Seth Halverson for layup, and the Eagles are back within 9. Zach Johansson leaks out and gets a pass ahead to score, and the Eagles continue to make a run in this one to make it a game. But North never surrenders the lead, and Taylor Johnson gets between a couple of defenders to score here as North wins it 73-56.
Plymouth schools Wayzata and Armstrong are each having good seasons. They matched up in non-conference play at Armstrong. Second half action, Armstrong is down big, but they rally. Race Thompson zips the pass to Isaiah Rollins, to Isaiah Miller for a corner 3. And the Falcons pulled within 8 at 41-33. And they keep it going. They'll miss the first shot here, but Miller rebounds and gets it to Devontae Said El. He scores on the scoop shot to pull Armstrong within 41-38. Wayzata doesn't panic, though. Gavin Baumgartner gets into the lane and then passes to Jacob Benega for a long jumper and a 5-point lead. Ryan Lindbergh pops out behind a screen and nails a 3-pointer as the Trojans begin to pull away. Baumgartner knocks the ball away from the dribbler and goes in for 2 plus a foul. He scores 22 points. Wayzata stays unbeaten with a 72-58 win.
Well, St. Michael Albertville is the prohibitive favorite in Section 5 3A wrestling again this season. 2 teams that hope to be in contention in the section met up as Maple Grove played host to Wayzata. At 106, 2 good wrestlers. Maple Grove's 6th-ranked Joey Thompson shoots for a double-leg takedown, and he beats Cale Swenson 10-2. At 113, James Dick of Maple Grove slaps the cradle on Cole Ciardelli of Wayzata and takes him to his back. Ciardelli has a lot of fight left in him early in the match, so it takes a while, but Dick gets a big pin for the Crimson as they get out to a 10-0 lead. At 132, Gavin Peterson of Maple Grove has the leg of Gunnar O'Reilly, and he turns it into a cradle. This match comes to a quick end as Peterson gets the fall 35 seconds into the first period to make it 18-6 Crimson. It's back and forth from there. John Spoler of Wayzata wins by technical fall at 145 pounds to pull the Trojans within 18-14, but that's as close as they get. After trailing throughout his match, Maple Grove's Isaac Bamer gets a late near fall to edge Caleb Eugene 9-7 at 195 pounds as Maple Grove gets a big win 37-26. And that match will be a pretty big one for section seeding.
Obviously, as you mentioned, St. Michael Albertville, the big team in that section, coming up next month. Next up in our Sports Jam Spotlight, meet a key leader on the Maple Grove girls hockey team.
Well, there's a cliche in sports about an athlete being small but playing big. That's certainly true for Maple Grove's Tina Kampa. Here's Jason Melillo with this week's Sports Jam Spotlight.
Tina Kampa says she's one of the most passionate people you'll ever meet, especially about the game of hockey. The diminutive defenseman is enjoying her senior season with the Crimson.
Most of us have started when we were probably 1st or 2nd grade all the way up until now, and you know, some of the teammates that are actually going on to play college hockey I played with for countless summers and all that, and so all year round, and I just really enjoy, you know, being able to be around them, and it's, you know, like I said, like a lot of them are my best friends, and I definitely just enjoy the time that we have together, and I can't wait to finish it off this year.
Maple Grove is ranked 2nd in the state, following up on a 2016 playoff run that brought the Crimson all the way to the state championship game.
We did lose in the championship game, but we took great strides within our just program in general. And I've never been happier with where we are now, and I can't wait to use that experience and that success and fuel us for this year.
Kampa is a smart hockey player, and over the years has tailored and refined her game.
Obviously, I'm small, and so most people don't assume that I play defense. But I think I have to use that to my advantage. So I can move pretty well, agility-wise, and I may not have the long reach or the, just the big slapper all the time, but I do what I can. So I try to, my skating is what I focus on a lot, because if I'm not so big, I can't just poke check everybody. And I use my quickness and my agility to the best that I can. I think I see the ice very well.
She is so precise on playing one-on-ones and two-on-ones and positioning in the defensive zone that she doesn't need to have a long reach, and she doesn't need to have room for error because she's a near-perfect defenseman.
Kampa also plays lacrosse at Maple Grove, a sport she didn't pick up until 7th grade. On the Crimson varsity since her freshman year, Kampa is a forward in lacrosse, something she says has benefited her on the ice.
I think that you get a different perspective, obviously, because I'm more focused on scoring goals than I am, stopping them. And I think that whether or not I realize it, I think I've learned a lot about just my game in both sports. Like when I'm on the defense, it's not just about defense. I can be offensive too, and I can do different things. And I think I understood my skills and kind of where I can benefit the team most for both sides.
Kampa will head north after high school and play hockey at Bemidji State, possibly majoring in psychology or exercise science, two fields of study that could be beneficial in the future.
I ultimately want to be a Division I hockey coach, and I think both of those could kind of benefit me in different ways for that.
She has a tremendous hockey IQ and thinks the game at a very high level. She, I have no doubt, is going to be successful as a coach. That, as well as her personality and her approach to people and just being outgoing and wanting to see the best in people, are going to lead her to a great career.
Kampa enters the week 4th in scoring and 1st among defensemen on the Crimson with 22 points on 6 goals and 16 assists. John talks girls basketball with the Champlin Park Rebels up next.
Welcome back to Sports Jam. Champlin Park's girls basketball team now 12-4 on the season following a Friday night win over Blaine. They join us now on the show to begin with Allison Gerads. And Allison, through 16 games, what has made this team so successful?
Our defense is what really steps up in the games, gives us those leads, and gives us the momentum to carry it into offense.
You had a tough loss the other night against Elk River. How did you feel you bounced back against the Bengals? And what did you learn about your team in that loss?
We definitely could have bounced back better, but just happy to get the W. But from that loss, we learned that we really can hang with the top teams in the state and that we have the talent and the motivation to get up there.
How much fun is that, knowing that you have that knowledge against a team that was unbeaten, ranked number 2 in the state?
It's super fun to go into other big games like Park Center coming up, knowing that we can hang with them. Centennial coming up, Elk River again, just knowing that we really do have a chance to beat those teams.
You got some tough teams on your side of the division, don't you, in the conference?
Yeah, a lot of top-ranked teams, but that's what pushes us to be better. We need those teams to push us into sections and make us the best we can be.
Tell me about Park Center coming up Tuesday.
We know them like they're our best friends. We play them so much. I know I've grown up with a lot of them, and we just need to come out with more intensity than tonight. Just come out like Elk River and get that W.
Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Amanda Pollard, tell me about your team and how much fun has this been to play with these girls this year and enjoy the success that you've had?
It's been a lot of fun. We definitely learned to utilize more players on our team throughout the season. We've depended on our half-court defense a lot, which has been solid.
The group of you seem to work well together. I mean, all of you, the 8 in their top rotation, right?
Yeah, we all work together. We all know our strengths, attacking the rim, shooters, and we definitely learned to utilize Michaela Johnson through the post.
How much should off-season work help this team get ready for the high school year?
It definitely helped a lot. Getting in the gym, everybody working hard in the weight room, off practice, in practice.
What do you take out of this win?
We just have to defend hard. All boards killed us. We just have to play hard, finish the game, make free throws and little bunnies.
Thanks, Amanda. Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Head coach Josh Steck now, and coach 16 games, 12-4 record going into the season. Would you have taken that for a record?
Absolutely. Who doesn't like to be 12-4 after 16 games?
Such a different team from last year and the last couple of years, maybe, when Hannah Krimble was kind of the center of the offense. How did you need to change this team, and how does this team adapt to kind of a different style even?
We just kind of wanted to open up the flow a little bit more. Last year we wanted to push the basketball a little bit more, get a little bit more up-tempo. We still wanted Hannah to get shots, which she did. She actually got more shots last year than she did 2 years ago. But everyone else was getting more possessions, and I think that's just all from our tempo and just being able to push the ball in transition.
You got some tough games coming up ahead, don't you? Some very good teams in this Northwest Suburban.
Quite a few. Park Center on Tuesday. I think playing as well as we did at Elk River on Tuesday kind of gives us that momentum and that confidence that we can play very tough against the Centennials, the Park Centers, and the other tough teams in our conference. If we just come in with that right mentality, any game's winnable.
Josh, good luck the rest of the season.
Thanks, John. Appreciate it.
Champlin Park girls basketball team winners Friday night over Blaine, now 12-4 on the season. Big test Tuesday night as they play Park Center. We'll take a break and come back and wrap up Sports Jam after this. First, here's a look at our plays of the week.
Here's a drive up off the glass and good.
Nice job.
Nice move and finishes with the reverse layup.
Don't miss the District 279 Foundation A Night Out event on Friday, February 10th at the Marriott Northwest in Brooklyn Park. Find out more at ccxmedia.org.
What makes your community feel like home? Is it knowing what's happening in your neighborhood? Or when people know your name? Connections make us a community. For more than 30 years, Northwest Community Television has connected citizens, neighbors, even sports fans through video. You can learn about the latest news through our truly local newscast. We cover and air around 150 high school sporting events every year. For our cities, we air parades and city meetings that you can watch whenever you want. Then, any citizen of our cities can create and share their own original content. We'll even teach you how to use the equipment too. We have always provided you with a connected community experience. And as life gets busier than ever, we will continue to engage, inform, and inspire through CCX Media, so you can stay connected to the place you call home.
Support Special Olympics by signing up for the Polar Plunge on Saturday, February 4th at Fish Lake Regional Park in Maple Grove. Get more details at ccxmedia.org. Get ready to celebrate winter at the Plymouth Fire and Ice Festival on Saturday, February 4th at Parkers Lake Park. Find out more at ccxmedia.org.
We have 2 games of the week for you. The first could be considered the unofficial championship game of the Northwest Suburbs in girls hockey, as Breck, ranked 2nd in Class A, takes on Maple Grove, 3rd in Class AA. The game is Tuesday night at Maple Grove Community Center. Watch it live on CCX channels 12 and 799 and on the web at ccxmedia.org, or catch the replay Wednesday night. And in boys basketball, top-ranked Class 4A team Champlin Park takes on defending state champion Hopkins. Watch that game live Thursday night at 7, or catch the replay Saturday morning at 10 a.m. and also Saturday afternoon at 4.
Great games ahead.
That's right. We've got some great ones coming up this week. Also unbeaten Wayzata boys basketball. See you next time on Sports Jam.